What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's get into this video. But before you do any of that, make sure you guys are heading over to blackgirlvitamins.co and getting all of your dietary supplement needs. Okay, they have a little bit of everything over there. As you guys know, I use Black Girl Vitamins myself, and there is even a discount code, ReallyBTV. Get you a good 20% off and even free shipping, okay? Now, I want to thank everybody who has already gone over there and gotten their vitamins. I want to thank the people who have sent me pictures or tagged me on social media. Please do the same. When you get yours, let me know. And let me know how you like them, you guys. Now, let's go ahead and let's get into this week's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Hey, y'all. Hey, let's get into it. So let me say this. I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you guys and say this. Come on in for the people who are here. Let me share this out on my other channel. Let the people know that we are over here talking about the Love and Marriage Huntsville situation, child. I'm just going to say this. I voluntarily came back to review this show for a variety of reasons. I told you guys those reasons. But can I be honest and just tell you guys that this episode jumped the shark for me. This episode had to be the most overly produced, ridiculous storylines that they wanted us to buy. Can y'all hear me? Let me make sure y'all can hear me. My mic went out. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. I'm not talking about people that like melody. We've already made the distinction between what a mellow meter is and what people who just like melody. So I'm talking about the mellow meters. Okay. Okay. Y'all can hear me good. Thank you. Let's get into this episode. And so I'm going to tell you what I mean when I talk about the overproduction, the ridiculousness. And Mel got on my nerves this episode. That high-pitched, we're going to have fun. Yeah, it's going to be great. Yeah, da, 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 da. When you really was just plotting and scheming the whole damn episode. Melody definitely had her producer's hat on this whole daggone episode. So for those that don't know, or you didn't watch the episode or what have you, this episode is the beginning of the girls' trip. They're going down to St. Thomas. Now, first of all, that house was beautiful, okay? That house was beautiful. Gorgeous. I looked at a couple of houses in St. Thomas. I don't think it was that one, but I did look at a couple of houses in St. Thomas when I was trying to book my trip for my birthday. You know, we ended up in Turks and Caicos, but a couple of St. Thomas houses did pop up. But that house is gorgeous. Like, I would just be in that infinity pool all daggone day. Like, we had a pool, but we ain't had no infinity pool looking over, you know, the beach, okay? Melody gets there first, which makes sense. She was the host. I know for my trip, that was something that did not happen that I wish had happened. I was not the first one at the house, and I could not be there to greet my two of my friends got there before me. They're a married couple, and they were cool about it, but I really wish that I had been the first one there. So I absolutely understand Melody being the first one at the house. She's the host. You know, you want to greet your people. Here was the first part that was clearly just overly produced, right? Well, let me before we get to the airport, let me start with Let me stay with Melody. Melody brought two of her friends with her, right? She said she was going to bring some of her single friends, but this Dr. Sharita, am I saying her name right? Dr. Sharita. Y'all already knew what time she was on from the beginning. Because as they were walking into the house, Melody said, now, this house is beautiful, but I better not see a snake. She said, I'm terrified of snakes. And her friend said, you around snakes all day, though. So you already knew Shanita. Thank you, Mia. So you already knew what time Shanita was on because Shanita came in there already throwing jabs, right? Oh, well, you around snakes all the time. Y'all know what she was talking about. She was talking about this group of friends that was on their way. Well, they ain't friends. Let's just go ahead and throw that out the window. She was talking about this group of people that were on their way, right? So she was already on one from the beginning. Now, we're going to come back around to her at the end when they get to talking. But she was already on one. She already had her antennas up about these women. Now, whether it was via Melody or via she watched the show, she already had some feelings about these women. And Tisha was clearly at the top of that list. But we're going to get back to that. Oh, Lord. Here go my... Hey, Xavier Boo. Here go my thing acting stupid again. Hold on. Let me make sure I don't have this thing on. Let me go into my settings. No, it's not on. Okay. It's just acting stupid. All right. So then they have to do the whole room situation. Again, you guys, as somebody that just came off of hosting a trip where you had to maneuver 10 people, I was 9 people, 10 including myself. You had to maneuver room assignments and things of that nature. It can be tricky, right? To be fair, it can be tricky. Melody let her 2 friends who were with her pick the rooms, pick their rooms before the rest of the ladies got there. And then Melody went around the house. Now, I'm going to be honest and tell y'all, I wasn't mad about Melody choosing the room with the 3 women, with the 3 beds for Tisha, Kimmy, and Destiny. First of all, Melody already told Tisha, when Tisha said, can I bring a +1? Melody already told Tisha, well, I don't know where they're going to sleep, but you can bring somebody. So that already lets you know that the room assignment, that this +1, we're going to get back to the production side of it. But right now, let's just talk about, as if we believe this story. That should have let Tisha know off the break that you was going to be sharing a room with your +1. Melody already told you that. So for you to get there and get in your feelings about the fact that you're in a room with 2 other beds, girl. Now, Kimmy, I understand feeling some kind of way because I guess Kimmy was like, hell, I didn't bring a +1. Why I got to share a room? But neither here nor there. So they're doing that. Melody's got the chef. She's got these greeters. She's getting the whole thing together. I ain't mad at you, Mel. Do your thing. Host your trip. Now, down to the airport, here is where I'm side-eyeing some of this. Okay, we get to the airport. All of the ladies arrive at the same time. Clearly, all of the ladies coming from Huntsville arrive at the same time because they were probably all, I'm sure they were all on the same flight. Sunny miraculously lands at the same time that they landed. Now, I'm going to be honest with you and tell you this. I am pretty certain that St. Thomas Airport is not that big. So the reality that a flight coming in from St. Louis could be coming in at the same time as Huntsville, sure. But it's just the coincidence of it all for me, right? So all the ladies are there. They're complaining about having to carry their own luggage. Y'all, get it together. It is not that serious. I mean, coming from somebody that travels by themselves all the time, it ain't that deep. Child, get your bag off the damn conveyor belt and keep it moving. Now, I get it if you're used to having a man do it and it's different. But, child, go on somewhere. Y'all travel by yourselves all the time. Maurice ain't always there. Marceau ain't always there. Child, get your damn luggage off that conveyor belt and let's keep it moving. And then Sunny just happens to walk up while they're getting their luggage together and they see her and it's like, oh, shit. Sunny ain't got no bags. She ain't been to the conveyor belt to get her luggage. She's just there to make her entrance, right? And to be fair, I think everybody's response was probably valid. Well, I'm not saying valid, real. Everybody's response was like, what the is going on here? And I feel like that response was pretty on point, right? Everybody was kind of like, what the heck is happening here? Why is y'all, this thing is getting on my nerves. Sorry about the lag on the video, child. Y'all know me and this internet. So anyway, with that being said, everybody is shocked. Sunny got to go find her damn luggage. Now, what I also find interesting is that Destiny is not there. Tisha, if Destiny is your +1, why she wasn't on the flight with y'all? And again, I'm pretending like we know that this isn't all produced right now. We just going to go down the line and then we're going to talk about production. But why isn't Destiny on the flight with you? If somebody is my plus one, I'm going to make sure that me and them fly in together. Even if I originally was going to fly in with Kimmy and them, but Destiny couldn't make that flight. That's my plus one. That's my friend, right? I'm going to make sure we come together. So the fact that Destiny was nowhere to be found this whole first day, come on, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. So then they get on the bus and it's all quiet, all awkward. Everybody's like, this about to be interesting. This going to be a problem. You could tell that the ladies was not feeling it, right? Now, Melody gave Sunny a room to herself. Again, I understand Melody's mindset and saying, look, we already know she's going to be put into a weird situation. I want her to have a space where she does not have to deal with anybody she does not want to deal with. I understand Melody giving her some space, giving her a private space, right? I understand that. I feel like all of this would have been avoided if Melody didn't bring her friends, because that would have been 2 empty rooms, right? So Kimmy could have had, at that point, really the only person that would have been sharing a room would have probably been Tisha. And Tisha, you needed to share a room because you would have won that board Destiny. So therefore, you and Destiny could share a room. But Kimmy would have had her own room. And Trish would have had her own room, right? Because Trish is sharing a room with somebody. Isn't Trish sharing a room with Stormy, I think? So that means that everybody would have had her own friends. I mean, everybody would have had their own room except for Letitia. And I wouldn't have had no problem with that. Wasn't her friend on Basketball Wives? Child, I have no idea. What up, Shade in the City? Hey, boo. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. Because I've only watched like 2 seasons of Basketball Wives, child. I don't know who was over there. I don't think her friends should have gotten their own rooms when they're not castmates. I agree. That's what I'm saying, Quake. I feel like 1, them being there was a problem. And 2, if they were going to be there, I agree. They should have had that room, but I feel like they should have had to share a room. I agree. Oh, Football Wives. Again, I watched that one season. I did watch that season of Football Wives, but the only person I really remember is that Jackie Christie was on there. No, wasn't Jackie Christie on there? Because that's when I thought it was No, not Jackie Christie. Who was it? I know it was Michael Vick's wife. It wasn't Jackie Christie because she's basketball. She shaded Pilar Sanders. Okay. You know what, Mamiana? You might be right. I don't remember because that show was so long ago and it was only 1 season. I remember Michael Vick's wife, and I thought it was somebody on there that was going to start a podcast or something. I thought that was Jackie Christie, but I guess it wasn't. It was another lady, and she was going to do a podcast or something like that. But neither here nor there. She probably was on there because, child, the drama of it all. So, or maybe I'm thinking about a different show. Michael Vick's wife, was that basketball? Was that Football Wives? I might be thinking about a different show because I don't remember Pilar being on here. But it was that 1 season, so I have to agree to that. They should have shared a room since they were not in the cast. Yeah, and if they had done that, then this could have been avoided as well. But neither here nor there. The ladies show up, and I am just so glad that my friends did not act like this when they got to the house in Turks and Caicos. Like, honestly, the only room, so the way the rooms were set up, there were 2 married couples there. So I made sure that the married couples got the room with the queen size beds, right? There were 2 rooms with queen size beds. The married couple got those rooms. I got the king size bed. I got the master. Well, I know they don't call it the master, but I got the primary suite because it was my birthday trip. So I got the primary suite with the with all the stuff. Then there was another room there was another room where people had to share. And then there were 2 more rooms where people had to share beds. I didn't have nobody complain to me. Nobody. People slept where they slept. There was a little bit of musical beds going on for like 2 nights. My niece slept in my room for like 2 nights, but then after that, she ended up having a room to herself. It was a little musical beds going on, but nobody complained, to me at least, They came in, they was like, cool, this is my room. Thank you, no problem. Boo, 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 yada, yada, yada. And it was never, y'all, when I tell you the bedrooms were never, at least to me, were never an issue. I really hate when we look at these trips and we see these people staying in these $1 million homes for free. Okay, let's be clear. They're not coming out of their pocket to stay in none of these houses. And y'all are literally arguing over a space that you're going to be in for 3-4 nights. I cannot wrap my brain around it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I just think it's ridiculous that we spent the 30 minutes of this episode on room assignments. Now, again, I already stated what I had to say about, I do feel like either Melody's friends didn't need to be there if this was going to be a cash trip, or put them in the room, make them share a room. I agree with that 100%. But even though that's not what Melody did, for y'all to really, for it to really be a 30-minute conversation and people damn near fighting was so ridiculous. I know Corey, but I'm over it. Like Corey said, the bedroom is always an issue in these reality shows. It's reality 101. I know, but I'm over it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing it. The people say Mel paid for everything. She may have, but remember, Mel is on production. She's an executive producer, so she got it back. Mel might have paid on the front end, but she got it back on the back end. That's how I feel about it. But because that's like when on the Real Housewives of Potomac, when they went to France, Monique paid for that trip. Monique legitimately paid for that trip to France. That's why with the when the flights, when they were getting those tickets and Monique had an upgrade to first class, remember that? And they were like, Monique, and she took Sharice with her. That's because Monique legitimately paid for those plane tickets out of her pocket. So when the upgrade came through, she took the upgrade and she bought who she wanted for the upgrade. I mean, that made sense. So, you know, that's what it was. I think the rest of the ladies were in business class. It wasn't like they were in coach. And that's no disrespect to coach, because hell, I be in coach. But I'm just saying there is a difference between business class and first class. They were probably all in business class. And Monique and her friend and a guest got upgraded to first class. Okay. Anyway, I don't think Mel paid for it either. But like I said, even if Mel cut the check on the front end, she got reimbursed on the back end. But I don't believe she did either. Okay. But I think probably the most ridiculous argument out of all of these people that had a beef was daggone Mel. Excuse me, Nell, Nell. Y'all, this old ass woman, and yes, I called her old ass woman, okay? Because you the oldest woman in the room. Now, you're not old like that. You ain't decrepit or none of that, but you the oldest one there. And you are the loudest one. You are the most belligerent one. You are the most disrespectful one. And you had a room to yourself. You had a room to yourself. But because Melody did not have a name tag for you, a piece of paper that you're going to lose or throw away, you legit acted the fool because Melody did not print your name on, you didn't have a name tag. And you even said it wasn't the room, it's because my name wasn't. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Out of all of them people that had a beef, in my opinion, the only one that really had a legitimate beef was Kimmy. It was no reason why Kimmy had to share a room with Destiny and Tisha. That's the only person that I felt like had a legitimate reason to feel some kind of way. And even then, it's like, girl, go sit down. And then, y'all know I like Kimmy, but girl, go sit down, right? It's like, y'all are legitimately going to be here 3 to 4 nights. If y'all don't go sit y'all ass down somewhere and unpack that bag and get ready to... Can I tell you that I wouldn't have had time to worry about my bag because I'd have been in that pool? Can I tell you that as fast as I could put my bag down and find my bathing suit and go in the bathroom, that is as fast as I would have been in that damn pool? I wouldn't have gave a good damn about where I was laying my head. I promise you that. I promise you that. I'd have been in that pool. The camera people would have had to come out to that pool because any conversation they needed me to have would have been poolside. They would have had to stand on the side of the pool and I would have been talking to them from the pool because that's where I would have been. I would have asked them people to make me a drink and I'd had a drink and I'd have been in that pool. I'm not understanding why y'all had so much time to complain about the daggone room. And again, I understand out of all of them people, if I'm going to give anybody a pass, it would be Kimmy. There was no reason for Kimmy to have to share a room. None. That's how I feel about it. Tisha, if we're going to go by the storyline they're trying to sell us, that Tisha had a +1, yeah, go on and share a room with your +1. Go on and share a room with your +1. But we all know that was production. And then Melody, before the people got there, Melody talking about something. Tisha's bringing a +1. I don't know who it is. Girl, you knew who the fuck it was. Stop playing with us. You know who it was because Tisha texted you and told you who it was. You know who it was. Mel said they weren't going to be spending a lot of time in their room. Listen, I ain't spend a lot of time. I slept in my room. I did not spend a lot of time in my room at all. But once I woke up, baby, I jumped in the shower and I put on my clothes for the day. And I probably didn't go back up to my room when we were in Turks and Caicos. Once I came out of my room, unless we were like if I was in the pool and we were going to dinner or we were going somewhere that day, then I had to go upstairs, take a shower, and get dressed for dinner. But on the days like we there was a beach day. I didn't go to the beach that day, but the crew, the people who wanted to go to the beach went to the beach. There was the day we went out on the boat. We didn't do anything before we left for the boat. We went on the boat. The day we went out to dinner, yes, we were in the pool, we were chilling, and then everybody took their showers and got dressed, and we went out to dinner. And that was pretty much it. Like legitimate, the day we went to the fish fry. So we were chilling, and then honestly, y'all, once I came out of my room, because even when we were getting in and out the pool, I would get out the pool and just put on a cover up. And literally, as long as I wasn't dripping, that was it. I would stay in my bathing suit till it was time, till I went to bed. So it's just like, y'all just be doing too much. And I get it. It's a TV show. It's a production. They have to entertain us. I get all of that. But I also am at a point now where I'm sick of y'all playing in my face. I'm sick of y'all pissing on my leg and telling me it's raining. I done told y'all that. And this whole episode, they was pissing on my leg. Because Melody sitting there acting like she didn't know who the +1 was. And Tisha was getting on my nerves too, but I'm going to come back around to Tisha because on this episode, Tisha, you wasn't bothering me as much as you normally do. Because, baby, Tisha sure let it be known. Mel, stop playing. You knew who I was bringing. We're not going to sit here and play that game. You knew who I was bringing. I texted you and I told you, so it wouldn't be no surprises, no blind sides, and I didn't want no bullshit. And I can appreciate that Tisha did that. Thank you, Tisha, for letting the people know. I wouldn't mind sharing with one person, but two, I think I would have. I think I would have just booked somewhere else like Miss Huger. Yeah, listen, Karen said, I'm going to just. Thank you, Miss Ellis. It says, me and my family visited St. Thomas in April for my birthday. It was a wonder and learning about the history of Leah Boston hometown. Yeah. It's a beautiful island. Like I said, I've been to St. Thomas. I've never stayed at St. Thomas. I've been there on a cruise, that kind of thing. I know people who have. It's a beautiful island. Mel knew, go back and watch Destiny Bad, had some gift tag with her name on it. Yeah, we talked about that last week, Miss Britt. Yeah, Miss Britt. That bag. Remember, see, Miss Britt caught the bag. Remember I told y'all that last week about that bag. There was a whole gift bag for her. So Mel knew. So all of this playing like you didn't know who was coming. Stop playing with me. So that irritated me and that's why you put them in that room together because you knew exactly who the hell was coming. That's why you put the three of them. When they were outside talking, Tisha brought up a valid point. Tisha was like, girl, just admit that you put us in this room because you knew Destiny was coming and that's how you felt. Just go ahead and call a thing a thing. You put us in this room because you felt some kind of way. Mel is a producer. Heck, it was probably her idea to have Tisha ask for a +1 since Destiny was not at Kimmy's tasting. It was a cash trip, so they had to let Destiny. Right, that's what I'm saying, J12. Like, that's my whole point when I'm like, stop playing with me. Like, we knew Destiny was coming. We knew Sunny was coming. Like, we get it. This whole season, one of y'all major storylines this season is the whole Destiny, Sunny, Moses thing. We get it. We're sick of it. We don't really care about it, but we get it. That's that. We get it. That's what we dealing with this season. It's me, Waist Bees. Oh, hey, girl. Waist Bees by Bree. Hey, boo. Good to see you. Okay. The way they justify Mel was shameful. Yeah. So that's why Mel was like, oh, come on, ladies. I just want everybody to have a good time. I just want to, oh my gosh, we're going to have so much fun. Like, girl, you knew what you was doing. You know what you were doing. And again, I get it. It's a show. We're producing a show. But when the stuff is so badly produced that we can see through it with a microscope, we don't even have a microscope, child. We can see through this like this. We can like this. That's where it irritates me. A lot of these reality shows at this point, we know are produced. Like, we're not stupid. You know, we get it. We know what we're dealing with. But can we not make it look so obvious? See, this is the shit that I was talking about last week when they was trying to tell you, Carlos, that your shows be edited badly. And you got in your feelings. But this is what we're talking about. The fact that Mel is sitting there talking about she don't know who coming. And then Tisha busting the door with text messages to prove that Mel lying. Like, that was an unnecessary lie. Mel could have just as easily have said, Tisha told me who her +1 is, and I'm putting them in this room so they can be in this room together. Girl, nobody would have felt no differently about that. We all would have felt the same way. Because, again, okay, you putting them in the room together. Again, Kimmy is the only one that I feel like, based on the storyline, Mel did a live today, and she said the message is going to be addressed. No nude to what? I don't know what that means, Charlene. I don't know if that's a typo or I just don't understand what that means. No nude. I don't know what that means, Charlene. So anyway, Mel, it's no need to address the text message. See, that's the stuff that I'm talking about. What are you addressing? She texted you. It was clear. She said she's bringing Destiny. What is there to address? Are you going to say the texts aren't real? Are you going to say that Tisha manufactured a conversation? And again, we don't care. We get it as the viewers. Well, as some of us, because some of us really don't. Some people who watch this show really think this shit is real and it's not produced, okay? But for those of us who understand that this was a cash trip and Destiny and Sunny were going to have to come and somehow they were going to have to explain how both of them ended up on this damn island together, we get it. Production, we understand that y'all had to figure out a way to get Destiny and Sunny on that island. We get it. All we're asking is that you make it a little more reasonable for us to get to that conclusion. That's all we asking. Mel also did a live saying the show is messy and people paying her to watch the mess. Well, she's not lying. What is there to address? Destiny was going to be there right. That's what I'm saying. There's no reason this episode was basically 3 exactly. Because when I tell you we spent 30 minutes on, okay, let me keep going because we ain't gonna be here all day either. Because I done said what I had to say, child. So then Mel goes out. So after Nell throws her damn hissy fit, she finally calms Nell ass down. They go out to they go outside because Tisha and Kimmy are outside and they feeling some kind of way. So Mel is talking to them. They have their back and forth. And Mel explains herself, which neither Tisha or Kimmy are buying. They see right through it. And they're basically just like, at that point, they're like, well, it is what it is. And Mel was like, well, do you feel better hearing my explanation? And basically they were like, it is what it is. Like, you know, I could appreciate the fact that Tisha wasn't like, yeah, I feel better now. Tisha was like, girl, it is what it is. Like, whatever. It is what it is, girl. It is what it is. I said, okay, it is what it is. So Let me guess. Mel will say Tisha has the number to the alternate cell that she doesn't check. But you know what? Yeah, J12, she'll probably say that. But you know what's funny? There was a conversation. Mel responded. So, but again, the people who want to believe what they want to believe are going to believe what they want to believe. So somebody, I think it was Sonny, being a producer, told Nell, girl, you need to get out there because I think they mad about their rooms. You need to get out there. So Nell comes out there. So here's what I find very interesting, Miss Nell. You don't want to be called the elder. You don't want them to bring up your age. You don't want them to bring up that you're the oldest one there until it fits you. So you come outside to regulate the situation, and you are like, well, I'm the oldest, I'm the elder, I'm here to help. So now it's convenient for you. You there to help. You the elder. And she tells them, and this is what pissed Kimmy off, because one, they had already pretty much resolved the situation. Yeah, that was funny too, that Tisha had Melody name misspelled on her damn phone. I did peep that too, Parker boy. I peeped that too. So when Nell talking about well, we all just need to suck it up and get over it. Kimmy was like, who you talking to? What you mean we all need to suck it up? Who are you talking to? I'm not understanding what you're talking about and who you're talking to. Her and Kimmy might be the same age, Quake. I know they're close in age, but I honestly don't remember. So Kimmy and Nell get to arguing, and it gets very heated. And baby, I understand Kimmy, because Kimmy was at the point where she couldn't say nothing. Kimmy was at the point where she was crying. She was so mad she was crying. And Nell is acting like she don't understand why the response was what it was. But neither here nor there, it got elevated. They got to going back and forth. They kind of had to be separated. And Nell was all right. It was, and you know what? What I can appreciate is when Melody pulled Nell aside and told her that. She said it was your tone. And here's the problem I have with people like Nell. Nell said it doesn't matter what my tone was. That wasn't necessary. It does matter. Because the way you say something to somebody will dictate the response you get. And it does matter if you are telling her the way in which you're saying it is making her, excuse me, y'all. The way in which you're saying it is making her respond the way she responded. And I can appreciate that Melody was trying to get Nell to understand, girl, you was talking to them crazy. And that's why you got the response you got. And that the same thing they was trying to, Dr. Francis was trying to tell her in that therapy session about the way she talked to people. Nell was absolutely loud and wrong. Right, and then she talking about something. Tisha didn't need to touch me. Girl, you was showing your nipples on national television, and she was trying to cover your shit. Like, that's a girl. Like, what Tisha did was a girlfriend move, right? What Tisha did was, oh, girl, your nipples out, and let me adjust your crown, right? I don't see, and again, I understand some people don't want to be touched, right? I get that. Don't do it. You ain't got to touch me. Just, I got it. I get that. But what Tisha did was not an act of aggression. Her, hey, powerful boo. Hey, Nicole. It wasn't an act of aggression, right? Tisha didn't come at her like, it was, hey, girl, you're showing your stuff. Hold on, let me get that for you. She didn't put her hand, like, she didn't fondle her. It wasn't that serious. And for her to take it there, but she didn't have to touch me. She didn't have to touch me. Girl, you act like Tisha was trying to fight you or something. You act like Tisha was really trying to put her hands on you like that. So again, Nell, that's why you get the response you get from your family. Because if that's how you act with your kids, girl, that was team too much. So then we get to the dinner table. Well, Melody has the dancers come in and everybody dance and get their little gift bag. It was cute. I think it was a nice way to sort of diffuse the situation. You know what, Parker boy? I was asking that question too. Was Nell drunk? Because I feel like she was. But then I'm wondering, girl, were you drunk from the plane? Because, and I get it was edited, but the way it looked like she only had one damn drink. Now, she could have been drunk from the plane, because if she was sitting in first class, you know, we be drinking for free up there. Because I know by the time I got to Turks and Caicos, baby, I'd already had 2 on the plane. And I know where'd I go? Oh, when I went to Miami on my way to the cruise, baby, I was double-fisted. So, maybe. Yeah, she could have been drunk on the plane. I mean, you can buy liquor on the plane, too. Even if you're not sitting in first class, you can buy it. I'm just saying in first class, we get it for free. And it don't matter if it's first thing in the morning or not, because, baby, when I told you, when we went our way to Turks and Caicos, our flight was at like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, baby, and we got on, they was giving us Prosecco. The lady said, you want water or Prosecco? Baby, give me that Prosecco. I want no water. I don't want no water. Give me that Prosecco. When I got off the plane, they would serve her drinks. Yeah, so she may very well have been, because she clearly was, her thought process clearly was off. I mean, that's just my opinion. So after they have like the little dance and everything, they get their little gift bags. It's cute and everything. So they get ready to sit down and have dinner. Now, Tisha, you irritated me first, but by the end of this conversation, I was Team Tisha, right? Because Tisha, when they were talking about, they were kind of introducing themselves and stuff, and Tisha was like, yeah, because Mel said she was bringing her single friends on this trip. And I mean, why'd you have to say it like that, Mel? I kind of felt like you were saying your single friends were the fun friends, and we were just the old married stogies, and, you know, we wasn't going to be any fun. We had fun too. And, you know, at first I was like, here go Tisha. Here she go, putting 20 on 10, making up something that ain't there. Girl, ain't nobody said nothing about. Melody just said she was bringing some single friends. Girl, you putting 20 on 10. But then, here come Dr. Shanita. Said, well, I mean, somehow they got in a conversation about who you like and who you don't like. And she said, well, can you be around people? Can you break bread or sit at the table with people you don't like? And Tisha was like, yeah. And Shanita gonna turn her ass to Melody and in front of all of them say, watch out for her. Excuse me, Dr. Shanita. Excuse me. Mel and Tisha ain't been friends. They ain't been friends since season 2. They are cordial. They have found a way to work together so they could both get a check. But Tisha don't pretend to be Mel's friend, and Mel don't pretend to be Tisha's friend. They cordial to each other. So for you to turn to Melody as if you had some great revelation that Tisha wasn't really Mel's friend, I was sitting here like, what the fuck? And where did that come from? No, she said, I told you to watch out for her. Okay, which means the conversation was, oh, it's clear. I already said you probably didn't hear me say that part, boo. It's clear that Melody has already had a conversation with this woman about all these women. Either that, and she probably watches the show. Let's be clear. She's a fan. She's a fan. She is a fan, and she clearly walked in the door ready for some smoke for Tisha. Ready for some smoke for Tisha. Exactly, Tan. I can be, and that's exactly what Tisha said. I can be around people I don't like. It's called being an adult. Exactly. And in this case, everybody getting a paycheck. So in this situation, it's called, and we all do it. Everybody in here got somebody that they work with that they don't like. But I bet you still got to find a way to work with them. That don't mean you got to be best friends. Y'all ain't got to go to happy hour. Y'all don't have to talk over the water cooler about your kids and what's going on in your house. But baby, you smile and say good morning. Maybe you don't smile. If y'all have to work on something together, you get it done. If you're in a meeting and you need to address them or they need to address you, baby, you got to send an email. You keep it professional. We all have had to do that. I don't think there is an adult, anybody that's been working for any type of timeline has had to work with somebody that they don't fuck with. that they wouldn't be friends with in real life. And I don't think that Tisha or Melody has pretended to be each other's friend for a long time. Now, y'all know I took a season off now. I missed the season. But when I left this show, Tisha and Mel weren't friends. And when I came back, Tisha and Mel ain't friends. They trying to figure out a way to get to a good space with each other. But friendship, I ain't heard neither one of them say that. So for you to act like Tisha is some horrible person because she's breaking bread with Mel and she ain't Mel's friend, Mel doing the same damn thing. Mel don't like none of them women. That's why she brought her own friends. Let's be clear. Let's call a thing a thing. Mel brought her own crew because that's who Mel fucks with. Because at the end of the day, those are her real friends. Mel don't fuck with nobody in that room. She don't fuck with Kimmy, Tisha, Stormy. She don't really know Trish like that. She don't really give a damn about Sunny. We know she don't fuck with Destiny. And her and Nell are on shaky ground. So let's call a thing a thing. That's why Mel brought her own people there, because that's who Mel really fuck with. That's it, and that's all. So for you to sit there and act like Tisha is a horrible person, baby, they doing the same thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not about to go back to season 2, 3, 4, and 5 and go through all of the things that Tisha did to Mel or Mel did to Tisha. Child, I don't care. I ain't about to go there. I'm not going to revisit all of that. But we are where we are right now. And where we are right now is that Tisha and Mel don't F with each other. They have found a way to peacefully coexist so they could get paid. So then they get to talking about the whole Destiny and Sunny of it all. Now, honestly, y'all, I'm sick of this story. I'm tired and I'm sick. And I'm sick and I'm tired. The conversation that I do, it looks like in the previews for next week, we're going to finally get Destiny, Sunny in the room together to have a real conversation with receipts. It sounds like we're going to have some text messages read and some communication exposed. But at the end of the day, guess what? Even if Destiny is telling 100% of the truth that Moses was double dipping, guess what? It still ain't going to change shit. Sunny and Moses are married. But I'm here for the exposing of the receipts. I'm here for. I'm always here for that, okay? But honestly, so somehow we get on that, and Sunny, they were like, well, why is everybody mad at Sunny? Here's the thing. Nobody's mad at Sunny. Kimmy and Tisha and them are not mad at Sunny. They side-eyeing Sunny. They feel like Sunny, did some shady shit. But ain't nobody mad at her. It ain't that serious for none of them. The only person that is mad at her will probably be Destiny. And let's be clear, Sunny, you got smoke for Destiny just like Destiny got smoke for you. You've been talking shit about Destiny since the damn fake-ass podcast on the first episode of this season. So we're on episode, 614 now? Destiny, you've been talking shit about, Sunny, you've been talking shit about Destiny since episode 1. So again, we're not going to sit here and act like that shit is one-sided. We're not going to act like Destiny ain't act like, Sunny ain't act like, we're not going to act like Sunny don't have that Sunny ain't been making these nasty ass, smart ass comments at Destiny. If anything, Sunny, you don't have no reason to be mad at Destiny, but you've been giving Destiny all the smoke. You giving her all the smoke. So the fact that Mel and them are trying to turn this into that the ladies are mad at Sunny, they don't give a damn about Sunny. So when Trish tried to put her 2 cents in about the timelines piece of it, I'm still mad at Destiny. At Sunny. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep going back and forth between Destiny and Sunny. I'm still mad at Sunny sitting here acting like her and Destiny did not share time together outside of a workspace. Let's be clear. She said, well, it only happened one time. By your own admission, it happened more than once. By your own admission, it happened more than once. And I'm still going to go back to what she said to who. I don't know what she said to the people, but I'm still going to go back to what she said. I don't remember who said it, child. I just remember when she said, I think she said this to Nell, when she said the first time she met Moses, she knew he was going to be her husband. But according to you, You went on a double date with Destiny Moses, you and the dude you was dating at the time. So while you was with another man and while Destiny was with him, you saw him and you said that's going to be your husband? Interesting. Okay, girl. Your sister thought that you and Destiny were close enough to invite Destiny to a party, a destination birthday party, a birthday party that wasn't going to be like down the street and around the corner. Destiny was going like, you're not going to piss on my leg and tell me that it's raining. Y'all spent time together outside of work. And yes, I get it. Your producer needs to get to know you and spend time with you. And that's the other thing, Dr. Sharnita. That's how I know you talk to Mel too, because that's exactly what you said. That's what your producer does, right? Doesn't your producer get to know you and get to da-da-da-da-da? Girl, where you get that from? You sure know a whole lot of information about these people before they get there. You sure know a lot of information that allegedly you don't know no information about, because earlier when Melody was explaining the room assignments, Melody was talking to y'all like y'all didn't know who Sonny was and what the situation was. Now all of a sudden you know exactly what a producer does, what their job is, what they supposed to do. Now if she was on another reality show, I get it. She had some institutional knowledge. But let's be clear, you had all of the clips in that arsenal because of the way you was coming at Tisha. So now you back around the bend coming at Tisha again, talking about how Tisha, she acting funny and she shady. And Melody, you need to watch out for her because she's shady and she this and she that. Girl, what are you talking about? Tisha is not pretending to be Melody's friend. Tisha, let me say it one more time for the people in the back. Tisha is not pretending to be Melody's friend. So all you talking about don't even make no damn sense. You're making it seem like this is Mel and Tisha season 1, season 2, where they still acting like they friends. They are not, and they haven't for a very long time. A very long time. So again, girl, you 5 seasons too late with your commentary. And you are here causing issues and shit. And to be perfectly honest, Mel, I'm looking at you. Because at no point did you stop her, cut her off, address her, or correct her. Because you could have said that exact same thing and said, girl, well, me and Tisha, we've had some rough patches in our relationship, and we are working on getting back to a good place. We've been doing really well for the last year or so, but it's baby steps, girl. And that would have. But you want that, Mel. You want her to do exactly what she's doing. You put that battery in her back and you let her run. And you sat back with that smirk on your damn face like you don't know what's going on and you don't understand and you don't know where this is coming from. Girl, you was loving every minute of it. Let's call a thing a thing. You was loving every minute of that. We're going to call it thing a thing, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all ain't got to like it. Y'all, well, some of y'all in the chat agree. Y'all ain't got to like it. Y'all ain't got to agree. And let's be clear. I'm not giving Tisha no passes. Y'all know how I feel about Tisha, sneaky ass. Y'all know how I feel about Tisha. But in this situation, Tisha wasn't pretending to be nothing that ain't there. She ain't claimed to be Mel's friend. Hell, I don't think Tisha and Mel been good since Mel put Tisha out that damn event. Since she called security on Tisha, I don't think they've been good. Let's be clear. Oop, not Mel 2.0 with Kiki. I just sounded like your auntie. I hope that's a good thing. Right, Mel was like, get him. Because she put that battery in her back. She put that battery in her back because either A, you're a fan and you watch the show, or B, Melody put that battery in your back. And it's probably a little bit of both. Somebody said she's trying to get a spot on the show. Yeah, she might be. But I tell you what, if she values her friendship with Melody, she won't get on that show because that'll be the fastest way for her and Melody friendship to fuck up. Mel is the one to watch, plays victim, uses others to do her dirty work. You better say it again for the people in the back, Keisha. See, that's not what people want to hear. People don't want to hear that shit. Tisha might be messy, but Tisha in your face messy. People may not always like Kimmy, but Kimmy say it. Y'all might not like what Kimmy say, but baby, Kimmy say it. Mel is the one who plays that, oh, y'all. Put that little southern drawl and that little high-pitched voice and that little smirk. Girl, you're not innocent. I see you now. A lot of other people don't see Mel, but I see Mel. I see you. I see how you move, boo. I see how you move. Anyway, y'all, that was pretty much the episode. Next week, Destiny shows up. It looks like there's some receipts exposed. And let me tell y'all something. For the people who've been here, for my people who've been here, Xavier probably remember me saying this. If Lil Baby was here, Lil Baby will remember me saying this. For those of you who have been here since the beginning of my reviews of Love and Marriage Huntsville, what Destiny is getting ready to reveal next week is what I've been telling y'all since day one. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Destiny made a statement about how Mel and Ariane used to be on the phone, and basically Mel used to talk to her about respectful cheating. If y'all don't remember me telling y'all this, going back to season 1, I told y'all that. I absolutely told y'all. Mel and Ariane, I told y'all that. Bluebell said, I don't even care. I was entertained, child. And Mel even said it herself, season 1. If you go back to the first episode of season 1, go to the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Mel even talks about respectful cheating. And you can look at the looks on everybody's face because the agreement was that they weren't going to bring up the affair. And Mel was the one that threw the first shot. Go back and watch it. Nobody has said shit about Melody and Martell's past infidelities, none of that. Mel brought it up first. And Mel used that exact same language, respectful cheating. I told y'all that Mel knew all about Ariane. I told y'all that there had been multiple conversations between Mel and Ariane. I even told y'all that Mel rounded up some of her girls and showed up on Ariane's doorstep one night to whoop her ass. Now, I told y'all that. And some of this shit has come to pass, and everybody act like they didn't know nothing about it. And I told y'all shit about that shit 5 years ago. So when I tell y'all that I didn't jump on the Melody Cherie train like a lot of other people did, because I know that this, and again, that'll take nothing away from Martell's ass. Let's be clear. I'm giving Martell no passes. None. Martell is a narcissist. He is an asshole. He is a cheater. He is disrespectful. All of the above. I'll give him no passes. But Melody misrepresented herself in this situation. It doesn't really matter what, especially now. What you mean? What doesn't really matter, Melly? I heard Destiny say that last night when they showed next week's show. Yes, Mel do talk about fair cheating when they started the show. Carlos told her to do something if she wanted the show to go on. What Mel did during the marriage. My thing is this, but my only point, Melly, is that I'm explaining me. I knew that information. I told y'all from the beginning, I know somebody that dated one of Martell's friends. And I had a lot of information. Well, they don't date anymore, but I had a lot of information from before the show came on. So that's what I'm talking about, me. So anyway, neither here nor there, y'all. That's the episode. I'm going to be back on my main channel at 4:30 to drop some tea about this. It's alleged tea. It is all alleged. Rumors, and allegations. It's all alleged. But y'all going to want to hear it. And we're going to talk about why maybe Beyonce did not perform at the DNC, because she was supposed to, according to the information I got. So we'll be back at 4:30 on my main channel. Meet me over there, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.